everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Thursday, February 16th, 2023. I'm Tony DeNardis.
And I'm Allison Lankowitz.
And we begin with our top national stories.
The federal government is supporting the investigation into Monday's deadly mass shooting at Michigan State University. 3 students were killed and 5 others are hospitalized in critical condition. According to data from the nonprofit Group Gun Violence Archive, the attack was the 67th mass shooting this year. It came one day before the 5-year anniversary of the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. President Biden said it's happening too often, and he called on lawmakers to take steps to reduce gun violence.
Crews in Massachusetts are working to rescue this baby seal. The seal pup washed ashore Tuesday morning at Phillips Beach in Swampscott. Wildlife officials say the pup is without its parent and appears to be stranded. Animal Control is asking the public to stay away while they try to help it. They also warn that seals, even babies, will aggressively defend themselves if they feel threatened.
Next year will be Dianne Feinstein's last in the Senate. The 89-year-old Democrat announced Tuesday she will retire and won't seek re-election in 2024. She was first elected to represent California in the chamber in 1992. Feinstein says she will continue working to accomplish all she can for her state before her term ends. Feinstein's announcement will likely lead to a crowded primary election with several candidates vying for Feinstein's seat.
Egg prices are still going up at the grocery store. In fact, according to government inflation data released Tuesday, they've soared more than 70% over the past year. In January, eggs were 8.5% more expensive than in December. Higher production costs and a deadly avian flu outbreak are partly to blame for the high cost of eggs, but some egg producers are raking in high profits amidst the turmoil, sparking demands for a federal investigation into possible price gouging. Wholesale egg prices have fallen since hitting a record peak in December, but companies are still charging record prices at the grocery store.
Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny shared a bittersweet Valentine's Day message to his wife. Navalny posted photos of himself and his wife Yulia on Instagram Tuesday, saying she is with him in his heart, and though he's in jail, for him there is no out of sight, out of mind. Yulia also posted a photo of the couple showing her hugging Alexei, but her post was captioned with a broken heart emoji. Navalny, an outspoken Putin critic, is currently serving 9 years in maximum security jail on fraud charges.
Up next, we have our third Lewis Spotlight of the semester.
Stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Navarrete Villegas is our Lewis Spotlight guest this week. She is an international grad student from Cancun, Mexico, and is also the graduate assistant for the College of Business Dean's Office. She also is a volunteer assistant coach for the Lewis swimming team and is a sports reporter for the Flyer, which is the campus newspaper here at Lewis. So Daniela, thanks for being here with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So how did you hear about Lewis, coming from Mexico? What kind of stood out to you that made you want to come here?
So I was actually living in Panama. I graduated high school from a school in Panama City, Panama. And then I got a scholarship to swim at a school in South Carolina. But after my freshman year, they cut the program, the swim program, and they cut it like 2 weeks from graduation, from spring graduation. And I just started emailing coaches all around the country like crazy. And one of the coaches that replied was the former Lewis coach. And then he invited me over to a recruiting trip. I came and I was like, okay, I'll just move here. I've always loved Chicago, so it was very close to Chicago. It had swimming and it had my major, which was sport management. So I came, and yeah, that's how I came basically.
And I mentioned you're an assistant coach for the swimming now. So
Correct.
Are you not on the team anymore competing?
No, so I joined the team as a sophomore, and then because of COVID, they gave us the extra year. So I was basically a college swimmer for 5 years, but at Lewis, I was a swimmer for 4. And yeah, my last year, I was like a team captain, so that was very cool. And yeah, I mean, it was hard at the beginning, but just moving again, but yeah.
So you came here for swimming, but besides that, was it easy for you to get involved in other programs, or was it a bit challenging at the start?
I would say it was a bit challenging at the start. As you said, I lived in Cancun my entire life, but then I lived 2 years in Panama, and then 1 year in South Carolina, and then I moved here. So from no changes in my life to all of a sudden just 3 moves, it was just crazy to start again, and being in a place where I knew no one was very challenging. And in my other school, the student population was mostly athletes. Okay. So at Lewis, we have everything, and it's way bigger than my other school. So just, being outside of the swim team and just talking to other people, within my major, and then trying to join the Flyer. And yeah, I worked at the library for 3 years. So trying to get a job also for the first time, just, a little challenging. And then as an international student also, but, at the end, I made it work.
And you're in a lot. You seem extremely busy. With
yeah,
everything
kind of.
So right now you are a graduate assistant in the College of Business Dean's Office.
Correct.
What are you hoping to or what kind of job are you looking for once you finish your master's degree here?
So I'm currently an MBA student with micro-credentials in digital marketing and organizational leadership. So I did my undergrad in sport management. Okay. So I really want to work in the sports industry, in some sort of marketing position. I've been involved in sports journalism for almost 4 years now. And I also like that area. So communications, marketing, operations, I've been a swimmer my whole life. I really like sports. So whatever comes, I just want to get involved in sports in some sort of way.
Is it any sport, or do you want to have a focus on swimming, I assume?
I would love to be involved in swimming professionally, in the industry, but sadly it's not as profitable. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of soccer, basketball, tennis, so around those areas. And considering Chicago has the teams here, I would really like to stay and find a job around.
And being a member of the Flyer, and also, as I said, a coach on the swim team, have you developed any noteworthy character traits like leadership or something that you hope to take out with you after you leave Lewis in the future? For
sure. Leadership for sure. As I said, I was a team captain last year, and low-key was kind of my goal when I got to college swimming, when I stepped into the States and started to swim collegiately. But it was challenging. It's definitely challenging. You're not always gonna please everyone, and then you're also not the head coach, so you have to respect what the head coach wants, but also try to find ways to please the rest of the team. Team bonding activities, having high energy and motivation when things get hard with practices and competitions. So it was hard, but in the end, I think that made me, have more confidence in me when, in anything, because I think I don't really have to have a leadership position to develop leadership, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would say leadership, discipline. I mean, I was having practices at 5:30 a.m. 3 times a week, and then 2 more hours in the afternoon. So plus school, plus my part-time job. So yeah.
And before we wrap up, do you kind of have any advice you'd like to share with new international students who may be, scared or nervous of fitting in when they come here?
Yeah, I would say just people are the same as you. Like people are also shy, people are also scared. So, break the ice. The worst thing that can happen is somebody would say, I don't want to talk to you, which has happened to me. But in the end, that's how you make friends. And specifically, like as internationals, we usually get to just hang out with internationals or even people from our own country or like area, I would say, or that speak our same language. So I think that international students who come to Lewis, try to get your friend or like meet people from outside of your region, like a different language. You can learn so much from them and they can learn so much from you. And at the end, with a cool friend group, you can end up having a place to stay everywhere in the world. So that's pretty cool.
And that's why it's important to get involved right away too, because you never know what groups or what interests you may get interested in when you come here.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Tony.
And I wish you the best of luck after your time here at Lewis.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Up next, we'll have your local news.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
3 teenagers involved in a fatal crash that killed a 70-year-old man have been released from custody, and the victim's family want to know why. Donald Carter Sr. was driving on Kedzie Avenue in his hometown of Robbins Sunday afternoon when his car was struck by a stolen Kia, resulting in Carter's death. According to police, 3 teens in the stolen vehicle were all 13-year-olds. Police say Carter's vehicle was hit at a high rate of speed, and Robbins police say they've done everything by the book, including holding the teens for the maximum 24 hours while waiting for the Cook County State's Attorney to sign off on a search warrant and get charges against the teens approved. Cook County State's Attorney Kimberly Fox says this is a continuing police investigation.
The Chicago police reported Monday that a 22-year-old woman with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder is missing. Trinity Franklin was last seen near St. Joseph Hospital by North DuSable Lakeshore Drive. She was wearing a light blue coat, carrying a gray purse or book bag, and her hair was in a ponytail. Police urge the public to call 911 if any information is recovered.
The state of Illinois plans to house recently arrived migrants in a long-shuttered Kmart in Chicago. Community members and state lawmakers are concerned about the initiative. The Kmart is about 96,000 square feet and would be redeveloped to house about 600 people. State lawmakers are asking the governor's office for a plan on what the redevelopment will look like, with questions of safety for community members and the migrants. This comes just weeks since Mayor Lightfoot's plan caused an uproar in the Woodlawn neighborhood to house immigrants at the closed-up Wadsworth School.
Valentine's Day is not just for humans. Several animal residents of the Brookfield Zoo celebrated Valentine's Day with special heart-shaped treats from their animal care specialists. Much like us, the way to these animals' hearts are through their stomachs. Different animals at the zoo were photographed with their special holiday treats that they received.
Early voting is now available in all 50 wards in Chicago, just 2 weeks before Election Day. The main event is the race for mayor. Polling shows a fluid race as 5 of the 9 candidates have double-digit support. Topics being discussed by candidates are limiting crime in Chicago and making Chicago stronger. Paul Vallis, Brandon Johnson, Chuy Garcia, and incumbent Lori Lightfoot have raised the most money. Chicago residents who need to register to vote can do so in person at one of the voting sites, as election officials are predicting a high turnout.
When we return, we will have our entertainment news.
And later, we have your weather update.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Actor Kevin Costner finally got to hold his Golden Globe Award. Costner won the Best Actor in a Drama Series for his role in Yellowstone, but had to miss the January ceremony due to flooding in the area around his California home. In a new video posted to social media Monday, he sat on his bed and unboxed his trophy, thanked those most important to him, and said it felt good to finally have the award. The Field of Dreams actor has been nominated for 7 Golden Globe Awards, winning Best Director in 1991 for Dances with Wolves and an acting statuette in 2013 for Hatfields and McCoys.
He's known for his music and for wearing shorts on the red carpet. Now Pharrell Williams is moving up in the fashion world. The American musician, record producer, and designer will succeed Virgil Abloh as Louis Vuitton's men's creative director. That's according to a statement issued by the French luxury fashion house on Tuesday. Pharrell's first collection for the brand will debut in June during Men's Fashion Week in Paris. Abloh passed away in November 2021 at 41 years old following a private battle with cancer.
Austin Majors, the former child actor best known for his role on NYPD Blue, has died. Majors died February 11th and was 27 years old. Majors appeared in various television shows, including appearances on ER and NCIS and Desperate Housewives. His last professional credit was a guest starring role on How I Met Your Mother in 2009. Majors' cause of death is still under investigation.
Well, he loves you if you still love him. That's right, Barney is coming back. Mattel announced it is launching a new Barney TV show. This time the purple dinosaur will be animated. It sounds like they're betting on a hit, and there will be merchandising to go along with the new show, including toys, clothes, and books. Production of the original Barney show stopped in 2010 after 18 years on the air. Mattel says it has already secured broadcast and streaming partners for the show, but did not say who they are.
Leslie Grace is opening up publicly for the first time about the shelving of the Batgirl movie last summer. Grace was the star of the unreleased HBO Max movie, which had completed production and had a rough cut. The announcement of Batgirl's fate came shortly after Warner Media's merger with Discovery last April, as Warner Brothers Discovery worked to cut costs. Grace told Variety in an interview published Monday that she learned of the shelving just like everyone else from the media. She said she's proud of the movie and cautiously optimistic about the character's future. Grace said she and her team continue discussing plans for the future of the Batgirl property. Up next, we'll have your weather forecast.
Then we will have your Lewis Sports Update. Stay with us.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
And now we have your 7-day weather forecast. So today it is a little bit rainy outside, so make sure you have your umbrella. It's a high of 34 and a low of 20. But going into the weekend, the sun will be out and shining. Friday, it'll be a high of 30 and a low of 22. And on Saturday, a high of 45 and a low of 35 with the sun still out. But Sunday, it'll be a high of 48 and a low of 30. And going into Monday, that sun will stay out, but it will be a little bit colder with only a high of 42 and a low of 35. But continuing into the week, we will see snow, unfortunately, on Wednesday. But first, Tuesday, it'll be cloudy with a high of 44. And next, we will have
Lewis.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Lewis University women's bowling team placed 6th out of 20 teams at the Flyer Classic this past weekend. The Flyers bowled for a 7-6 record and set a new school high of 96% of their single pin spares on the day. Senior Delaney Fishbeck was the highest ranked Flyer for the weekend, ranking 18th at the Classic. The team now waits to find out whether they qualified for the United States Bowling Congress sectionals in early March.
Flyer women's basketball junior Kat Schmidt was named GLVC Women's Basketball Player of the Week this past week. Schmidt averaged a double-double of 24 points and 10.5 rebounds in 2 wins. Schmidt scored 28 second-half points in the ladies' comeback road victory over Truman State and achieved her 1,000th point during the team's victory over Quincy on February 2nd. This is now Schmidt's 3rd Player of the Week award as a Flyer.
The Lewis men's volleyball team continues their conference play at home this week with 2 matchups against Quincy and Lindenwood. The Flyers had a tough first week of conference play, falling to Ohio State in 3 sets, but beating number 9 Ball State in 5. Sophomore Max Rocky and redshirt junior Christian Prayer led the Flyers' attack over the weekend, teaming up for 56 kills throughout the weekend. The themes for this week's home games are Jersey Night on Wednesday, which is tonight, and Red Out on Friday.
Lewis men's lacrosse tallied another win, beating Lake Erie 12-7 on Saturday. Top scorers for the Flyers included Evan Clement, Jack Spears, and Nate McLean with 3 goals each, followed by Kevin Blaz with 2 goals and Baden Boyenko adding 1 goal. Goalkeepers Noah Beckett and Raya Rathi teamed up to contribute 25 saves for the Flyers. The team's next game is at home Sunday against Roberts Wesleyan University at 1 p.m.
The Lewis University Athletic Department is hosting their 4th annual Flyer Red Dinner on Thursday, March 16th at the Bolingbrook Golf Club. The dinner is a fundraising event to raise money for all 23 of the Flyers athletic teams and the athletic department. Cocktail hour begins at 5, with dinner following at 6 p.m. The inductees of the Hall of Fame class of 23 including Mariah Henley, Michelle Vusko, Randy Russ, Bobby Russ, and Dr. Ralph Miller will be honored at the event to conclude the night.
That's it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can always keep up with Lewis University Television Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or by visiting our YouTube channel. I'm Allison Lankowitz.
And I'm Tony Donardis. Have a great night.